So Netflix just dropped a Hallmark-style Christmas movie called Hot Frosty. I've seen many TikToks of people bashing this movie. You can just tell it's gonna be a goofy movie based off of like the trailer and the little snippets that I saw. So I thought, why don't we watch it together and do a little react? Now, I don't have the computer software to like play the movie on screen while I'm watching it on screen and record it. I'm working on getting a new laptop, so bear with me. But I'm just gonna be watching it and putting clips in so we can talk about it. Don't look behind me because I still got my Halloween decorations up, but I did throw on my snowflake sweater. And I am drinking out of a Halloween cauldron mug, but I'm drinking. Can you see the... I found peppermint Mecca? I found peppermint mocha eggnog, so we're trying that today. Oh my gosh, I got a whiff of that. I love eggnog. Never knew they had a peppermint mocha version. Tastes a little chocolate syrupy. There's not a lot of peppermint, but that's pretty good. Tastes like melted ice cream. Now I'm in the mood to watch something Christmassy. Why does this guy look so interesting? The long-haired, no-beard look, like totally clean-shaven. I was like, why does he look so familiar? It's literally Dustin Milligan. He's from Schitt's Creek. And in Schitt's Creek, he always has the beard and short hair. So, like, just to flip-flop his look completely looks so odd to the eyeball at first. And then it's Lacey Chabert. She's the one from Mean Girls. Yeah, she's, like, in a crap ton of Christmas movies now. Let's see what this is all about. Dun-dun! Netflix!
But those fairy tales have never been told like this.
Okay, I did like that. The Hot Frosty. Hot's in red, Frosty's in blue. Here we go. I do like those old school... I like old school decorations like that. Like, you can tell those are, like, not from 2023. Those are some old Santas. They could throw... Why does this picture have to be black and white? And why does her hand look like so big on his... Like, he must be doing this. And she's like, relax your arm, girl. Tuck it. Caress him. Why is it like... Hope Springs annual snow sculpture competition. A Hope Springs community tradition. So much. You guys are going to get the snow to make snow sculptures. It's not even ice sculptures. It's snow sculptures. She runs a whole business and can't get her can't make the phone call to get her heat fixed. Is it because she's not at the house ever? Or is it because she doesn't want to make phone calls? The way that he was like, did you get your heat fixed yet? Like, insinuating it's been like weeks. I'm like, how are you surviving in your house? Sleeping there every night. Like, how are you surviving?
Hey, how's your mom?
Did that person just go like this? Stop. Yeah, he did. Listen, if I was a background actor and they were like, we're only going to shoot you from the chest for like about a foot, I'd be like, I'm going to put this on my acting reel. I'm going to get some hand modeling out of this. How would you like me to pick up the forks? Scoop them off the table? Lift them? She knows every single person in the whole town. Is it a small town or is she that personable? All of these snow sculptures look like they're made of styrofoam. And I highly doubt that the whole town, everyone in the whole town takes part in this snow sculpture competition. These people don't have any tools. These women are just rubbing their hands on the snowman. That guy's using garden shears to sculpt a snowman. I don't think that's correct. They're using like brushes for your grill and just like shaving. What does this look like? This looks like a cat. Welcome to Reclaimed Rags by Mel and Theo. Okay, so there's another town business.
One turkey sandwich, no mayo, and one turkey sandwich, a disgusting amount of mayo.
Turkey.
Turkey!
Used to say you'll never find the warmth unless you venture out into the cold.
She's been living in a freezing cold house. My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. Her broken heater should be bringing all of the town's single men to her front door, banging on the door to fix it for her. Just because you put a sound effect behind a scarf doesn't make it magical. They were like, how do we give this girl a scarf that contains the magic of love? How would we do that in a fun plot point? Just assuming this girl's going to use the scarf, wear the scarf, love the scarf, believe in the scarf's magic. That's what all we're agreeing on? Unless she's a witch and put a spell on the scarf. I put a spell on you, and now you won't be single, single, single.
Clearly, you've been doing your push-ups.
You're just walking around looking at the sculptures, you put your scarf on one? Listen, that's someone's artwork. They're in a competition. You don't just go to the Mona Lisa and draw a mustache on her, because you got a magic marker in your hand. Also, I personally have never seen anyone ever sculpt basically a snowman, but a real person, and have that many abs. And that defined of a pectoral region. And then she takes a picture of him with the flash on. Okay. He's naked? Oh you seen? Also, there's nobody around. She was either out there walking around the town square at like 1 a.m, or he's literally like a snowman comes to life nude in the town square at like 7 p.m. The way that the scarf is like stuck. He is giving vampire vibes. I'm getting, what's the brother in Twilight? Jackson? I'm getting Jackson in Twilight vibes. Okay? If he was a snowman. I mean, this can't be like CGI. This is how ripped this guy is in real life. This is nuts. This is absolutely... He's like not even like flexing, it doesn't look like. And his arms are so chiseled out. Like, is he okay? Looks like he needs a glass of water. Like, you can see like the vein, like... exposes himself to this old couple and then breaks through this store window. How flimsy is this glass? Yeah, this glass looks so fake in this shot. Glass doesn't break like that? Why doesn't she get her house fixed? Because she doesn't have the money? Or because her husband who passed away used to do it? Was he a construction worker or he's just handy? He just knew how to make a phone call? Why haven't we learned this yet?
I can talk. I love talking. Look what happened.
Why don't you come inside and I can get you some food?
I've never had food before.
I have never had food before. Would you not be flipping out? Oh my gosh, did I accidentally drink some magic mushrooms with my morning coffee? What? She's like, I own this diner. Would you like to come inside? This guy's a crazy person. Yeah, let him in your business.
And you brought him inside?
The chef gets it. He's like, why would you bring him in here? Exactly.
No, we can't tell Sheriff Hunter. He overreacts about everything.
I love that the reason they don't call the cops is because the sheriff overreacts. Is that small of a town, she just knows the sheriff's name. He must be the only cop on the job. We should not have the sheriff be someone who tends to overreact. That's just my opinion. But so the A plot of the movie is that she's gonna find this snowman. And then the B plot is that the sheriff is also trying to figure out who broke into this store by accident. They're gonna try and arrest a snowman, basically.
What is your name?
Okay, so then she makes the connection that he's the snowman, and she just goes, is this a prank? Is this a prank? Are you pranking me? And he's like, no. And then she's like, you must have hypothermia then. If it's not a prank, you must be deadly sick. What? Also, so he knows how to speak and understands concepts, but doesn't know what food is and doesn't have a name.
Bring this man to justice.
Did he just break the fourth wall? Why is he looking at us? Okay, they brought him to the doctor. I like the doctor. She's the one from Mike and Molly. I think she's the sister from Mike and Molly. She's funny.
Both thermometers say that he's below 30 degrees.
Is that when water freezes or snow freezes? Why not just read the actual temperature? Oh, it's just below 30 degrees. What temperature is it? 27, 26? Also, like, those thermometers do not work that fast.
Sure. Dear, the scientist in me knows they shouldn't exist. Wouldn't the world be a little bit better if they did?
First of all, she's a doctor. And then she goes, the scientist in me? Are you a scientist or are you a doctor? Pretty sure those are different degrees. And then she goes, well, what do you actually think? She goes, oh, he's probably a snowman. Excuse, you're the town's doctor? Maybe everyone's taken the funky pills, because that's not an opinion.
How would you like to stay with me, Jack? I could take care of you. As a medical professional.
I want to stay with Kathy.
She's a doctor who called herself a scientist who believes in snowmen coming to life. And then she's like, I'll take the patient home at my house. He's cute. Huh? Oh my God.
Thank you. I love you.
You do not.
I do. I love you.
No, you don't.
I do. I love you.
So he can talk but doesn't understand the concept of love. You can't just be throwing around the words, I love you. Also, this is giving me very much like Will Ferrell and Elf vibes. It's kind of a rip-off.
I know who I am. That is so funny. That looks just like a girl I went to high school with.
Oh, it's a reference to Mean Girls. I was like, why are they referencing another Christmas movie that came out like last year? This is the same universe that Mean Girls happens in? Is that what you're telling me? This is Gretchen Wieners? That's such a weird reference. In Mean Girls, Gretchen Wieners went on to move to a small town, own a diner, and change her name to Kathy. And Lindsay Lohan from Mean Girls went to be an actress.
I'm going to show you how to make some easy, creamy, delicious eggnog, perfect for the holidays.
She just leaves this stranger who she thinks has like amnesia and is delusional, / maybe a magical snowman, at her house by himself while she goes back to work. McSan's font. That's one of my favorite fonts. You're not typing up medical histories in goofy fonts. So obviously her husband died from cancer, it looks like. Also, we just like never talk about when he passed away. Recently? Years ago? Everyone's talking about her like she hasn't even looked at a man in like 17 years. Can someone just throw out a number and I'll accept it?
Did you just lay low?
Now?
Yes.
Lay low.
No. I just mean don't draw attention to yourself. That's what Lalo means.
I hate this conversation so much. He understands so many other concepts, and then simple phrases he gets confused by. And also, like, the only reason that this is a problem is because the sheriff is like a little wackadoodle. Everyone else's town is very chill. If you showed everyone else in town, judging by the doctor, hey, the snowman came to life, he's just gonna live in this town now, I might start dating him. Everyone in the town would be like, good for you, Kathy. Love that. You deserve it.
Did I not make the nog right?
Oh, your nog is... It's a fantastic nog.
Why don't we just call it eggnog? I had no problem calling it by its full name. Also, she has her washer and dryer next to her dishwasher, which is fine. I've never seen that set up in a house before. It's like appliance.
Not sure how it's gonna taste, but...
What kind of house is this? Does her fridge not have handles? He opened it by the top because he's tall, but where would she open it from? The fridge has no handles.
Really?
Yeah.
His vein is like popping. Is he supposed to look like that? His vein is like popping out of his forearm. He doesn't need to be this ripped. Yeah, I don't know who needed him to look like this. So unnecessary. What? Was that, I don't know if I saw that in real life, I'd be impressed. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing stuff like that? Also, the fact that they want him to be shirtless fixing this house, so they just put the scarf around his waist and made him come over to her house with her little book club and they're oogling and ogling him, and that's how you hang up a light? The light is lower than him. That is the goofiest look. Like, why did they just put a normal light fixture? They couldn't even find a normal light fixture for him to put together. What's the point of this? They're just eating ice back and forth? I mean, this is dumb. If he went to jail for breaking and entering, and then the people that own that shop didn't press charges, he would be in jail for what? 10 days? It's a small town. Like, this is not a plot point. Why? They got in a fight in the car because he wants to go help people and work at the school, and she's like, yeah, okay, what do I care? The way that he closed that door, like, behind him. Why do they do things so goofy in these holiday movies? Why was that light fixture so low? It was, like, down here. Why did he close the door? Like, that's such a weird... Doors, like, open in to rooms that are, like, bedrooms. This one opened out like it's a pantry. That's definitely not supposed to be a room. Some of us are simple, some of us are... So he fixed all the stuff in her house, and she's not mad? We still do not understand why she wasn't getting the stuff fixed. She doesn't want to pay for it. She can't afford it. She doesn't want to because it reminds her of her husband. So she's not mad. So then he goes and does it. Wouldn't the normal reaction be for her to be mad that he fixed everything? Because usually that's what her husband did and it reminds her that he's not here anymore. Like, the only emotion she has is grateful. Why wouldn't she be mad? That could have been a plot point. I don't know. Never mind. Okay, that's the funniest joke in the whole show. And it was the shortest scene and no one had to talk. Also, why are they dressing him like a child? Put him in an adult shirt. Not taking care of stuff. That makes a lot of sense. Why the house wasn't put together. Love, that's fine. That's fine.
You're going to the dance?
Yeah, I'm a chaperone. It's like my job.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, why would they let you chaperone the dance because you decorated it? Make sure the decorations are being chaperoned. I really like her dress. It's very cute. I mean, he looks good. She's just wearing like a plain black suit. With that damn... Did the scarf need to be that long? They could... I guess it's like long in the beginning because it's covering up his ding-dong, but then like, couldn't they have made this scarf shorter? Like a normal length scarf? Couldn't there have been a bit where she's like knitting it? Maybe it loses some of its power? I don't know. It gets snagged on something. Part of it like goes? I don't know. The middle school dance has an ice sculpture? What is the budget? And there's only like 15 people there. I personally do not understand the concept of slow dancing. If your head is not on their shoulder and you guys are like just looking at everyone around you and not... If you're looking straight on at each other and not talking, I think that's so weird. You're enjoying the moment. I don't want to enjoy the moment between us in front of a group of people. I don't want to do... I want head on the shoulder. I want to be like, blah, 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 looking at other people, eyes closed. I don't want to just be staring at each other, enjoying the moment. They always do that in movies, and I think it is so, like, odd. You don't see people doing that. Maybe like a bride and a groom at a wedding, when it's their wedding. Why is there a dance number? Why do we have to put in a dance number? You can tell these are just like dance extras. That one woman that was in front looks like a full-blown adult. I like how they don't have the technology to show him like actually melting in real time. Like there's not like a puddle on the ground and like he's becoming like translucent. They do not have the budget and the special effects to do that. So he's just like sweating everywhere.
I Don't say that.
I just like imagine two middle schoolers standing off to the side smoking like candy cigarettes and they're like, can you guys not do that right outside the dance? Can you guys go back to your own house? Like, what is this? What? What? What the heck? They go in for a kiss, he just rejects her. Not even one peck. He's like, let's go inside. I would have punched him. If this was real life, I would be so embarrassed, and I'm so stubborn that I'd be like, all right, we're done. You can move out of my house tonight. I'm gonna take that scarf off of you. Back to being a snowman. We're done.
Because you know the pain of being left behind. And the more I fall in love with you, the more I know I could never hurt you like that.
What? He's like, yeah, your husband died from cancer, and I might die from, you know, a heating vent. Okay, so the sheriff arrests him at the Christmas party at the diner on Christmas Eve. Okay. Everyone's like, no, don't take him. Why are you even working on Christmas Eve, Sheriff? Like, relax.
He's different from us, Nate.
He's a snowman! Who carved him? Who is the artist that carved him? How can we never get into that? That could have been a great twist at the end. Oh my god, it could have been anybody. It could have been like someone else who's like a widow, carved her husband, and then there's like a clash for who gets to keep the man.
You just buy that he's a snowman?
It's Christmas.
No prints.
See, now that's a good bit. It's so, the real danger is that it's so hot in the jail, and this guy, the sheriff, is the only one that doesn't know he's a snowman, and his prints don't show up because he has no fingerprints. They're just like blobs.
No, Jack, the snow. We gotta get him out to the snow.
Hang in there, Careful. He's dripping back. Just let us out.
I mean, what? Let's think logically. The whole town rallies around him and raises the money for his bail. It was like 50 against 1. Why didn't they just push the sheriff out of the way? This feels very, what's that show? With the sheriff, the black and white, with like Gomer Pyle, Mayberry. Push him out of the way. Also, like, logistically, if he was a snowman that came to life, if he was melting, would there just be a puddle of water under him and then a dead body? Like, wouldn't his body disintegrate into nothing? The no-kiss bag, it's like she's kissing a corpse. The doctor of the town, the doctor, without checking his pulse, goes, Kathy, he's passed on. He's gone. She's like, I'll kiss him on the lips now. Like, what? She's taking the scarf off? Don't take his scarf! Okay, so I'm guessing true love's kiss turns him in from a snowman into a real person forever and ever, and we don't need the magic scarf anymore. They just leave his body in the snowbank? What kind of a town is this?
I don't know what's going on. It's like my skin's numb, but it also kind of hurts. Like
You're cold.
I mean, I like that she ends up doing the house repair to turn the heat on, because now he doesn't like being cold. I'm glad that she does the repair and not him, and it's kind of funny that they're going to Hawaii. I don't know. It's not a good movie. I think it's very wonky. You can, like, tell the budget is goofy by, like, all the things I said that were annoying. They only lose the scarf. The problem was always that he was just gonna get too hot. By normal technology, the way they heat houses and buildings, there was always just, like, the heat. What about the scarf itself? Why did they make it more about the scarf? No! Honestly, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I think the IMDb ratings is perfectly on point. And then what, they're just dating in the end? They're just dating. Okay. Okay, and we don't know how long ago her husband even passed away. Could have been a week, could have been a month. She could have been coming from his funeral the day the movie started. I don't know, we'll never know. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you guys have seen this movie. What do you think of this movie? They better not make a sequel. This town is already goofy enough. Sculpture contest? Because my mind got brought to life. Huh?